hold on.
keep letting you back in. How can I explain myself? You said you care for me,
Louisiana, murder on the beat. Something for y'all to cut up to, you know.
Dude, I can do a backflip.
Everybody get your roll on. I know shorty and she doesn't want no slow song. Had a man last year like.
Welcome back, Turf Talks, episode number 8. Oh my gosh, I think what they're initially thinking is, what the fuck? What's going on? Yeah, me too. That's kind of what I'm thinking as well. Welcome back, guys. Another episode planned for you guys here. Episode, like I said, number 8, week 9, technically, of the NFL just wrapped up. Man, good weekend of football. We can get to that here in a second, but how we doing? We probably should talk about why the hell you're here and not
That's a good
on
question.
a different screen on the camera. Wyatt's house burned down, and it's actually not good. I'm just kidding. No, we actually got something planned. A little bit of extracurricular activities planned after today's episode when we get done recording. You guys might not that. That's this weekend. I'm just kidding. No, and he actually watches this. By the time he watches this, he's gonna know what just happened. But we might actually, I think we should film this, put this on TikTok as well to get the full story. But Dalen, you're welcome. Happy birthday, my man. And we'll be heading over to his place to give him his little surprise there and everything like that too. So yeah, that's why Wyatt's here.
I think the best gift was that we got the Indian tacos. I don't really know if the PS5's birthday.
Hey, shout out to Amanda.
Yeah, shout out Amanda Simon.
She was last names now. Come on, let's do a little privacy here.
Government, huh? Well, the government in here.
She's a goat, though.
She's a goat. That was some pretty damn good Indian tacos. I haven't had those literally probably since high school, and I always liked that lunch, but those were way better than the standard like lunch Indian tacos.
I feel like I'm missing out here.
Trey lives in Sioux Falls, so like Trey, you want to drop your
address? For the local out there.
Drop your address in the comments.
Yeah, they're gonna find me now.
I just said the largest city in South Dakota, you'll be fine. They won't find you. But
he's in an apartment.
You're kind of a little bit like left out on all of the happenings going on. I apologize. Are you wearing a Conor McGregor shirt?
The Notorious.
Is that what I just saw? Dude, stand up and show the camera that thing's got to be sick as hell. Dude, what's with you in these UFC shirts?
That's dope. That's
Johnny
Conor.
Bones last week.
My man, look at this guy. Well, shoot. We can kind of dive into it. How was your guys' weekend? Did you do anything special this weekend? Fun, crazy? Trey, you were up here in town this weekend.
Yes,
Yes.
I was.
Elaborate.
I don't know. I was gonna say like, wow, thanks for explaining.
When I need to elaborate.
All right, sounds good. No,
I didn't
You had a good weekend, maybe?
You enjoyed seeing your best buddies.
A lot of drinks for drink.
A lot of drinks for drink.
All right.
How was dodgeball this weekend?
Good. We're still recovering.
Elbow still hurts a little bit.
We're still sore.
See, this is the problem when you get older, guys. You
Gotta
just can't.
stretch.
We just can't do that shit anymore. And I honestly, it just kind of snuck up on me. We used to be able to go play basketball, dodgeball, football. I mean, we could do literally whatever we wanted, and we wouldn't have an issue with it. We were just fine the next day. But nowadays, like we're decommissioned for at least 2 or 3 days afterwards.
All the people older that are watching us are like, you have no idea.
Yeah,
You have
these
no
young
idea
bucks
what
have
you're
no fucking idea what they're about to get into in life.
22 years old. I shouldn't be feeling like this.
22 years old, we're complaining about our health.
I shouldn't feel like this after playing like 6 games of dodgeball. But, all right.
Oh, age is a beautiful thing. But yeah. Anybody else do anything this weekend? I think we all kind of hung out for the most part. To be honest with you, we really
Except for
didn't do.
Spence. Spence was MIA from this group.
I went to the high school football game like we were told, and Zach and I just showed up, and that's just saying. I got the ring. Hey, you want to go to a game? So I go to a game, and I get the text back. Oh yeah, we're not going.
Yeah. By the way, we're not doing that. Yeah. No.
Yep.
Spence
By the
and
way, I was not told we were going to the game.
I
Not at all.
talked to your parents at the game.
Yeah, I know. You asked them
Yeah.
if I was coming to the game or not.
Yeah.
I did not know anything about going to the game.
Oh, well, that's on us. Where's Wyatt?
I knew I had to pick up Trey because he's at the pulled his pickup into the House of Glass, and that was it.
I
got bamboozled. Zach and I got bamboozled.
Well, we showed up and I go, hey, where's Wyatt? And they go, oh, he's out. Trey's in town. I go, well, yeah, I know he is. And I look at the clock and it was 7:30. I go, what are they doing at 7:30? And your mom goes, supper. You guys are having supper right now.
She was probably
That's
right.
what's happening, obviously.
Yeah.
Nothing happens at 7:30. Oh man, no, it was a good weekend, guys. Overall, I suppose we could kind of jump into it, shall we? Like I said, good weekend of football. Started all the way back last Thursday, and typically we only do our own teams. So typically we only do our own teams here. There's a car that just went off. And so like we typically don't do all those games. But hey, happened to be Steelers versus Titans was on last week Thursday. Primetime football with Pittsburgh Steelers and Kenny motherfucking Pickett out there slinging the rock. Trey, what do you think, man?
I'm glad we got the dub. Will Levis is apparently the second coming of Patrick Mahomes. I mean, dude is just played insane football.
He's the third coming. If you check the TikTok, I'm the second.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Our offense didn't look incompetent, I didn't think. I think what sold the game for us was our defense, which is surprising to say. But our defense just kept shooting themselves in the foot. A lot of penalties. Yeah. Running game, finally got that established. Both running backs had like 70-plus yards rushing. I'll take it. Deontay Johnson got his first touchdown since 2021.
Yeah, Brandon Roethlisberger.
2
last
years.
week, to him.
2 years.
Yeah. It was like 119 receptions without a touchdown.
Oh my gosh. That's insane, dude. Like that's like I can't even fathom playing football for that many games and not getting in the end zone. Like it doesn't make any sense to me, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Granted, he did just miss like 5 games this year because of a hammy issue, but still.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, I think it was definitely a good showing. The Titans have been one of those teams that for some reason now with Will Levis giving him the option, obviously, for him to start and everything like that, I mean, he's been able to produce. And I would say you said like you guys shot yourself in the foot. I don't think you guys still necessarily played horrible, though, against them. I just think Will Levis is actually that guy.
That could also be it, too. Will Levis could just be that motherfucker. And
Yeah, he played pretty outstanding, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
he did play very fucking good.
What's his stats? I think you have it pulled up here. Like Will Levis's.
22 for 39, 262 yards, 1 interception, 0 touchdown. But had a cube, let's see here, 66.4 QBRA.
Which, not bad at all. I mean, obviously, the Steelers have one of the best defenses in the NFL altogether. I mean, you can't.
And I don't think
You can't even knock the interception either because it was like when you need to throw the ball, like it's either going to be caught or it's going to be an interception. Like he just had to throw something in there. So I don't even count that as an actual interception, in my opinion.
I don't think the stats like say like how he actually played. You had to actually watch, like see some of the throws he was making. Dude was making throws with dudes right in his face. He was making sidearm throws. And it was just, what the fuck?
No,
I was like, what the fuck?
It was impressive as hell. And I think if you're a Titans fan out there, I mean, you should be pretty damn happy that I think he kind of found a guy, at least as of right now, he's proving to be
started the rest of the season now.
Yeah, I mean, he's starting the rest of the season, which honestly good for him. I mean, I'm glad they gave him the option. I will admit it. I came out and said I don't think we should be starting Will Levis yet. I thought we could maybe rock with Malik Willis here for a little bit yet because you guys already got him the previous year. Hasn't really gotten an opportunity.
I don't know how
much.
you think that though. Like, because after last season, like what he showed out there was he couldn't throw the football at all. And now, granted, he was a rookie, so I'm not like throwing that out there. But it's like you had to do something different. They weren't winning games with him in there. They were only winning games with Ryan Tannehill.
You know, and I get that, but the thing is though, I just don't understand why draft the guy if you're literally not even going to ever give him a chance? Because right now what they proved is they got Will Levis, which I agree Will Levis is a better prospect than Malik Willis ever probably will be. But why did you waste a 3rd round pick or whatever he was at on him when you literally never even used him?
There was a lot of potential. Like that was the whole thing with them.
When have they been able to see the potential though rise?
So
there hasn't been any
not in the NFL, no,
growth
but like
allowed.
Dude was at Liberty. Dude was throwing the ball like basically 350 yards.
Trust me, I remember seeing some of the highlights, and I go as a Seahawks fan,
insane.
Not knowing what we're gonna do out the rust. I was like, maybe Malik Willis is
like
that
was all potential though. Like that was.
I wanted the Steelers to draft Malik Willis over Kenny Pickett.
Yeah. No, I think he had a lot of people bamboozled of like how good this guy actually was. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, though, it comes back to last year's draft class. Anybody looked good as a quarterback. Kenny Pickett was the first quarterback taken. The fact that Kenny Pickett was the first quarterback taken in an NFL draft shows you how bad of a season that was, or a bad of a draft class that was.
I was also
jury's still out on him. All right.
I don't know. I think there's more to be like discovered with Malik Willis than there is Kenny Pickett. I think we have an idea of what he can bring.
I was also listening to Joel Klatt today. He was on with Colin Cowherd and
shout out
Colin Cowherd. Anyways, but
big fan.
So when they were talking about quarterbacks that have success in the NFL, they were most of the guys that are on that list played all 4 years or 3 years of their career. Like they were either like they had a lot of game time decisions in college. So like for the most part, if you had the actual experience and the just like being used to the speed of which the game is played at, they are more likely to have a chance to be more successful. And Malik Willis only had 2 years really of really starting. So it's kind of hard to throw that out there, but that's an interesting stat to look at. Also, Trey, how good is Jaylen Warren?
Yeah, you guys need to start using him more, in my opinion.
Averaging 8 yards a carry. 11
I think
88 yards.
It shows that we can use them both and use them both effectively.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
This maybe I love Najee. I'm a supporter of Najee. It may just be me trying to like hold on a little longer to him because, God damn it, I think he could still be very good running back. But Jaylen Warren has been making just plays. Just you're like drooling over. Dude just like makes plays quick. And it's crazy.
I mean, dude's twitching quick.
But I'm gonna say, if our O-line can get a push like they were, and granted, we started Broderick Jones at right tackle, and he played incredible again. And just with that one switch at our O-line, our whole O-line, I felt like it was completely different. Like they were pushing people back. We were getting to the second level with our running backs. And like, if you can get Najee Harris past the D-line, right, where all the big dudes are, it's going to be hard to tackle him, even for a linebacker. Like, a safety's not going to tackle Najee one-on-one. A corner's not going to tackle Najee one-on-one.
Yeah.
You get him past the big-ass dudes, he's going to be a threat, you know?
Yeah, and that's exactly why Warren is the perfect tag team for that, because honestly, he thrives in when the line can't necessarily get a push. He can get through regardless.
Yeah, like he's not necessarily the biggest target, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. I think for you guys to find a guy like Warren, to be able to pair him with a guy like Najee Harris, it's a perfect duo in a lot of ways. Kind of reminds me of the Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon. Obviously, those guys are not nearly as good as they used to be for whatever reason. It probably is the Aaron Rodgers effect. It's just crazy to show you how much teams had to play pass with him and allowed his running backs to just be dominant regardless, too. I think Lions also an issue with that.
They finally used Aaron Jones this week, and it showed.
That's true. But no, good for you guys on the Steelers there. We can hop to the next game, though. Good game overall, though, guys. Next one up, though, was Saints versus Bears, Spence. Maybe a little bit too close for the Saints to get the win over the Bears, 24-17. What'd you see from the game, man?
I mean, the Bears are actually not that bad of a squad. I mean, they put the pieces there. They got Sweat. That really helped. Like he was there.
They got a lockdown corner.
Right there. The Bears are not bad. Like the Bears they just can't win games. That's the only thing. We had 5 turnovers against them playing against a D2 quarterback, but yeah, it was 24-17, and it was close, but it just, like I said, like last week, I felt like we were gonna win the game the whole time.
You just dominated all 4 quarters of all aspects of the game. It really felt one-sided the entire way, no matter what the score was.
I mean, they had Cole Kmet's not in the game, they don't score, pretty much. So
you ain't wrong there, though.
I mean, is it a game we can take something from it? Yeah, we're only winning by a little bit to the Bears, but really, I don't know. It was kind of like one of those games just to get through. Like, it's on the schedule, get through it.
Yeah.
Wasn't like a huge, like, nothing spectacular happened. Nothing, like, we're still healthy. I mean, just slowly moving through the weeks, pretty much.
Yeah. Well,
It wasn't, but the Bears, they do look good. I don't know. The 5, okay, you got to think, our defense is pretty good when it wants to.
Mm-hmm.
And he threw, well, we had one forced fumble and a fumble recovery. And maybe there was 2. Can't remember, but we had picks. Like the quarterback just threw picks. And it's hard to be like, well, he's like, what, give him excuses and stuff. But it's like, the dude is, what is it, 2 games now? He's been 2 or 3 games he's been in. It's the NFL. It's hard to go from D2. Like, we know what D2 is. Like, we have a D2 squad. It's, if you look at D1 to D2, it's crazy. And I'm guessing D2 to NFL has got to be the most.
That's got to be the biggest jump ever,
Yeah.
dude.
that's like junior high right into the college, like just skipping high school. Like, that's kind of what I was thinking. It's hard. You gotta think it's hard to do that. And I mean, he played as well, maybe not as well as he could, but he played as one would think. As one would think, you'd be like, okay, yeah. But
I agree.
I don't know. Is Justin Fields the answer? Get rid of him?
That's kind of what I want to talk about, man.
I think he's supposed to be back here.
I just don't think they've given him enough opportunities. Really.
What is he missing?
An O-line. I mean, even
is it
even,
just his O-line?
Well, Badgen's getting sacked every other play.
It's true.
It's not great.
But he's doing something with it. Let alone he's turning the ball over.
Last year, he was taking off running over people.
Last year, yes, but you got to remember, though, this year.
Well, he was also consumed by injuries last year as well, right?
Did he have a decent game at all?
Against
this year.
Yeah,
so
against
far?
Washington.
At the end of the year, Fields was fucking balling.
Yeah, and he was just taking off and running.
That's when he had like 3 games over 100 yards rushing, and everyone's like, "Oh, Justin Fields."
That's why I drafted.
But hey, when you have a quarterback that can do that, yes, it's so dangerous.
So last year he had, like, I'm just going off of fantasy here. He had a 42-point game, 39 point game, and then 22, 21, 21. Then he had like a 9 against Buffalo, but that's when Buffalo was pretty decent, and then a 16. But then this year he had week 5 against Washington. He had a good game, and Denver he had a pretty good game.
Yeah. So the thing is about Justin Fields is clearly even from like the fantasy points, which obviously isn't a great stat of how you actually played. I mean, we always talk about this. Austin Eckler might be one of the best fantasy running backs. He's not a great running back in the NFL. He's not bad. I would consider him top 3.
Last year I would have.
Yeah, last year I definitely would have. I agree with Trey. This year I don't agree with that right now.
I just don't think that.
Regardless, but that's besides the point. What I'm saying is, though, is he's super inconsistent though when it comes to how he plays. And if anything, in the games that he's played well this year, the few games that he did play this year so far, which I was, is he coming back or coming back soon?
I think
he is back.
I think he won't start and could warm up this week.
Oh,
okay. Because I know I saw he was down.
He definitely played though against the Jets though, right?
Last week?
Yeah.
No,
he didn't play. It was Tyson Bagent still.
Sorry, I thought we were talking about Eckler still.
No. That's why I wanted to get back.
Okay,
I wanted to get back to Justin Fields. So Justin Fields, though, super inconsistent, but the way that he is successful as a quarterback is they need to design runs for him. That's what makes him good, is the fact that he can keep people on their toes. He can make throws, but you can't just expect him to escape when he needs to, and then that's your run play, essentially. That's what makes even the Ravens so good with Lamar, is they use him so damn well in so many ways. And I'm not going to say it's not just Lamar being good. They knew what they had with Lamar, and they made the perfect offense for him. The Bears haven't done that for Justin Fields yet. And I think that they could do a lot better job at designing their offense around a talented runner and thrower like they have in Justin Fields.
The only thing
like the
different about
Ravens.
this, the Ravens actually paid people on the O-line, though.
Yeah.
Correct.
That is the only
that's a part of the
difference.
building the team too. But I think even as a play caller, they never used him enough. I feel like in actual design runs like the Ravens do. They run a ton of options and they run a lot of like design quarterback draws, and Lamar gets 5, 6, 7 yards a pop on every single one of those, and then he busts a big play. The games that I watch with Justin Fields is they used him as almost like a pocket passer, and that's all they use him for right away. And then they throw one run in here or there. You have to be able to mix that up and keep it pretty even. The Ravens, it's a pretty even 50% running, 50% passing, and that's pretty much right across the board.
It's been less of Lamar too.
Yeah, no, it even has. He hasn't even been doing much in these games to begin with. And so, like, I think if the Bears are going to be a good team, and I know we're talking about a lot the Bears and they lost, I think it's because we kind of know what we have with the Saints. Good team, pretty damn good offense when they're on. There's times when the defense struggles, but I think if anything, the Bears right now, there is hope, like you said. I think they had some pretty good pieces. They have obviously really good drafts for this next coming year.
Got the Panthers pick.
I don't think they get a quarterback. I don't think they go a quarterback because I think they just haven't been able to use Justin Fields enough to really like. The guy was what was he overall pick?
Unless
an overall pick?
Unless it's Caleb Williams, you have to take it if it's Caleb Williams. But if the Giants have it,
I think he's gone. Even if the Cardinals or whoever's going to be in that first pick right now.
Right now it's Giants.
Giants are number 1 now?
I'm pretty sure they're projected 1.
I thought it was
Cardinals. Well, because they're projected 1 because we know Carolina can win the game or 2.
Yeah.
They're projected 1.
Without Daniel Jones though, they ain't gonna win a game.
And that's
Tyrod.
It's a tough one because I don't know what they're gonna do. I could see teams trading up to get that first pick. There's a lot of teams that could potentially do that have kind of like that late early like ones, like 8, 9, 10-ish round like position.
So the Giants only owe Daniel Jones $35 million at the start of next year, which is pretty minimum when you really think about it as a quarterback market right now. So I'd be looking for them to maybe shop a little bit for a rookie quarterback.
Nobody's taking Daniel Jones. Like
nobody's gonna.
No. But like, so obviously, if you look at the quarterback market right now, most quarterbacks are making 44 to let's say 50.
So you're
on average,
draft, but yet keep him and just pay him off.
Because he's only making $35 million. He's guaranteed $35 million next year at least. So I feel like they could actually start shopping people.
They could. I think if I was the Giants, you paid the guy literally a year ago. You kind of have to just ride it out.
Way too much.
You just kind of have to ride it out.
You can't, though. He's terrible.
Oh, he's bad.
You're never going to win a game with him.
No, I know.
You're never going to do
you're not going to win a game. The only
after
thing
last year,
do
teams just start figuring them out.
Ride out your shitty ass contract essentially, and then just get another good pick down the road. I get it though, because you're like, then it makes sense though for your case, Wyatt.
Especially if they have the number 1 pick.
Pick a guy, just fucking waste the money and then go from there.
Mm-hmm.
But you never know. There could also be a team that, like, say they lose their quarterback and then they're shit out of luck.
Yeah.
They might be able to like somehow send his ass away. But
yeah.
I'm getting not for $35 million though.
I'm getting more and more.
It wouldn't be.
Jimmy G did it.
Well, Jimmy G actually on his resume had a winning record, and definitely Daniel Jones doesn't.
Yeah.
Better team though.
What do you mean better team?
49ers are better than the Giants.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I agree.
That's what I mean by it.
All right, I thought you meant the Raiders. I was like,
no, I mean, Raiders at least have some options. I'll give it to Daniel Jones, literally has 0 things to go for him right now.
No.
0 weapons.
Especially after tearing his ACL.
Yeah, I mean, Saquon's your best weapon, and you can't even use him for...
And he's on the franchise tag.
Yeah, I mean, you're handing him the ball off, and Saquon does Saquon things.
Does he really re-sign?
No.
Like, if you're Saquon, like, you want to be a loyal guy,
the
right?
The only thing I can think of is the loyalty, and it's also one of the largest markets in the entire country when it comes to a sports team. I mean, that's why some teams go to certain places, just because it's a large market. LeBron went to the Lakers when they were a shitty-ass team because it's a large market organization, and they might bring people in. I don't know. I wouldn't consider Saquon LeBron of the NBA
Even
by
if-
any means, but
I was gonna say the Giants are not the league.
But if you're Saquon, do you look ahead and you're like, oh, we might get Caleb Williams?
Now,
Stick around and play with Caleb Williams.
If the Giant, in my opinion, this is my
Way
prediction.
too early to predict that, though.
But my prediction,
I know.
we've gone from Saints versus Bears to the Giants now.
Yeah.
My final prediction is if they draft Caleb Williams or a big name quarterback and essentially saying fuck you to Daniel Jones, Saquon stays. That's my opinion. If they don't, Saquon's gone. I think
I just don't know how you pick Caleb Williams right now. That's after what I've just.
He's probably not going to go to the NFL anyways.
I am completely sold to the fact that he is probably going to get drafted number 1.
Somebody
is going. If it's not the number 1 pick, they're going to trade that pick away, and so somebody could pick Caleb Williams.
Okay, I understand that. I understand all the hype and everything, but when you really look at Caleb Williams, what are the plays that they show you? He's breaking out of tackles. He's moving in the pocket, stepping up. Those guys aren't running 4.4 and 4.3s. These DNs. You're 270.
He plays for USC. He ain't fucking playing.
Well, yeah, he ain't
Georgia's
playing any.
Schedule
Yeah.
Northern
I
State
agree.
University
But
on 3 of their games this year already.
But the Pac-12 does not play defense. It is very well evident. Them in the Big 12, and that is why I think Caleb Williams have really succeeded the way he has.
I mean, I think.
But that's just my argument,
I think
though.
he's a good quarterback.
Oh, don't get me wrong, he's good, but he's not.
Besides, maybe, and I talked to.
Who's going number 1 then?
I really do
who do
think
you
it's a
think?
position player. I haven't decided yet.
Why did I
Harrison
think
Jr.
that was going to be the answer?
That's who
All
you
right,
think?
I'm
let's
not
move
saying
on.
it's Marvin
Let's
Harrison.
move
I'm just
on.
saying it's just a position
So-
player.
It's one of those two.
He's the only. I mean, I'm not saying this because you're
He's the
asking
only
me.
position player I'm wasting a number 1 overall pick on.
Yes,
Like-
I would not pick anybody else number 1 if it's a position besides Marvin Harrison. He is by far the best positional player this year.
Well, yeah, he's a Lamborghini or what is he? Maserati Marv. There you go, Maserati.
This guy's a fucking Tesla X, whatever. All right, let's move on. Actually, let's not move on because I fucking hate this next piece. Seahawks versus Ravens. Enough said. I don't even need to talk about this game because it was such a pathetic showing on every single part of the Seahawks.
Hey, Gus Edwards, 2 tutties.
Gus, good for Gus. That's like back-to-back weeks where he's had like 2+ touchdowns in a game.
Yeah.
Like Gus is actually having a pretty good.
That's
year.
just the Ravens. Like they lose J.K. Dobbins off an Achilles.
If anything,
Like,
I want to talk more about the Ravens and the Seahawks in this.
dude,
case.
they are still number 1 in my power rankings.
And they're high in the power rankings. We'll get that to you just in a
Lamar
second.
Jackson leads the league in completion percentage right now with 77. I want to say it was, but yeah, he's that good.
Balls don't touch the ground when he's throwing the ball
No.
because he throws honestly not a ton of times, but it's always right on the money in a lot of cases. And to be honest with you, again, I think that comes down to scheme. Because he's such a dangerous runner, and the fact that the Ravens know that and they respect and they also let him be a dangerous runner, it allows him to be a really accurate quarterback because I think they have the perfect amount of mix between run versus pass. And they ran a ton this last weekend against us, to be honest with you, but there's a couple reasons because of that. So
I also
this is my team. Can I talk about it, please,
Yes,
for
but-
more than 1 second?
I do think it's more or less the offensive coordinator, the change they made. Todd Monken, he's more of a get your receivers spread out everyone, whereas the old offense, I can't remember his name right now, but he was more or less 2 tight end sets,
Very heavy.
very heavy offense. Just get the running backs the ball, and I really do think this kind of revamped this Ravens offense in a whole new light.
Yeah, and I think one of the reasons why they were successful in the run this last weekend was because it sounds funny, but our offense was so bad it allowed the Ravens offense to be good. And let me explain.
Yeah,
It's because every single time on offense we would have a 3 and out that would take 35.2 seconds off the clock. Yeah, we take that's probably an exaggeration. We're looking at the
Preaching
stat.
to the choir.
We held the ball 20 minutes total. The Ravens had the ball 40 minutes of the game. So they had it literally 2/3 of the game was in the Ravens' hands. Literally
6 first downs.
6 first downs is all we had to the Ravens 29.
You're preaching to the choir, buddy.
515 total yards.
Preaching
for
to
the
the
Ravens.
choir.
It was horrible. It was
Wow.
horrible. So this is what happened though. Because our offense was so bad, our defense played pretty damn good in the first half. It was a back and forth game where there wasn't a lot of. I don't think we scored until like the second quarter practically.
Yes.
It was literally 0-0 at the end of the first quarter. Defensive obviously showing in that case right away. What happened is our offense continued to be so shitty the entire game. Also, props to the Ravens having a good defense, but our defense was on the field for 40 minutes out of the game. You can't be a good defense and play most of the game. It doesn't work like that. Most defenses can't do that. It's what got you guys a couple times this year, Trace, because your defense was forced to field the entire game. It's insane.
Welcome to the club, buddy. Welcome to the club.
and I come from a perspective of the Seahawks. The Seahawks behind me, obviously these are all offensive players. Get your fucking shit together, guys. But what I'm saying is, though, is our defense has been really shitty, but this year we have something going. I think our defense is actually pretty darn nice this year. But again, our offense needs to step it the fuck up because nobody expected our defense to be this good. I think most people expected our offense to be pretty damn high powered with the weapons we have, and obviously Gino the way he played last year. I can't blame it all on Gino. I know I'm rambling and ranting at this point. I can't blame it all on Gino, but I'm gonna because I'm sick and tired of how I'm sick and tired of how
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
But I'm going to do it.
The last 4 games, now I think 5, whatever it may be, he can't. I shouldn't say he can't, because I know he's capable. He proved it last year that he can do this shit. He is being a
your line
dumbass.
sucks.
Or
it doesn't suck, but they had an off game or half.
They had a bad game last week, yes. But at the same time, though, we're winning games and they've played really well.
Mm-hmm.
There's times it's just Gino being dumb. I think he has 4 touchdowns to his 6 interceptions in the last 4 or 5 games.
Yeah,
you can't have that. That's Gino's fault. That's not the Lions' fault. And I think yes, we've been banged up. First week of the NFL, first week of this season, we lost both of our starting tackles. Sucks. That's not a good spot. Mm-hmm. We've had a rotation of alignment in every single position all year long. We haven't had the same starting lineup, I think, all year so far in our line. Really banged up on the line. Despite that, though, they've had games where they played so freaking well. This was obviously not a great game for them. They played like shit too, which obviously didn't help Gino's case. But if the Seahawks want to do anything going forward, we need to figure out an offense. Our defense, we're only getting better. Offense, in a way, we're getting worse every single week. And it's frustrating because I know we have guys, like all these guys behind me, insanely good offensive players, and we can't win. It doesn't make sense. Tyler Lockett over here, my fucking guy, dude. I love that guy so fucking much.
He's so good, though.
But it's like, it's frustrating as a Seahawks fan when you put up 3 points, and that's all you get. So that's all I have to say about this game. Ravens are good. What? Good? All right. Well, that's what I got for that. Anything else?
Hey, how good is Kyle Van Noy? Dude's 33 years old. Got picked up 3 weeks ago and already has 6 sacks on the year.
Didn't even know he fucking was still in the league, to be honest with you.
Dude, dude's balling though for the Ravens right now. It's kind of insane.
This guy's old as
What would you change, Zach? What would you change
in the Seahawks right now?
Yes.
Execution.
What would you if you walked in the locker room and they listened to what you said? What would you say?
Would you give the job?
It comes down to it. Basically, they just got to execute
because
they just got to do their jobs. They just have to do their jobs.
It just comes down to offense. We have to execute. We can't because there's a couple times, like even to start the game, as an example, and I love Jackson Smith and Jake Well. I love him so far. He hasn't played a ton. Or he hasn't. I'm not even going to blame that on him. I'm going to blame our offense for not getting him involved as much as he probably should be. Regardless,
2 weeks ago, he just got the game winner.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like he has sparks of it being able to show that. The problem is though, as an example though, is what I'm saying is first offensive possession, 3rd down, literally drops a fucking ball for a 1st down, immediately kills the momentum that we had coming out of the game. It's like we can't have that. We go on offense and our line doesn't get a push, and Kenneth Walker has 16 yards and he started the entire game, didn't get injured. Kenneth Walker cannot have 16 yards a game and we can win a game on the back end. It can't happen.
I think he only had 12 carries though.
But it's because he literally only had maybe a yard per carry. That's what that averages to. A little bit over a yard per carry. You can't be a successful running back and get over a yard per carry. And that's not Ken Walker's because that guy
he had 9 less. 9.
He's shifty as fuck, but our line, you have to play better. You can't have off games like that. Our offense goes if Kenneth Walker goes. If Kenneth Walker is rolling, we're going to be just fine. I know that's Pete's whole fucking mantra and everything like that. Defense keep playing, but we just have to fucking execute. And lastly, we can't keep shooting ourselves in the foot. We are the most penalized team in the NFL still for the fucking 19th straight season or whatever it's been now at this point. We are the most penalized.
It's a culture now.
It's a culture thing with DK, but everything else, though, it's just lack of discipline. We just do stupid shit. And that's lastly what it is. We can't afford to lose 5, 10, 15 yards at a time and get big plays. Kenneth had like a 20-yard gain in this game. Got called back as a holding on a fucking center. If you're a center and you're holding, what the fuck are you doing?
You're in the middle. Like, come on.
It's got to be a pretty obvious hold then.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should not be getting
Do you think that K9 couldn't take off because of the Ravens' defense is so good?
They're good. No,
they're good.
I'm not taking anything away from the Ravens. Great ass defense, and I'm being hard on the Seahawks for losing against one of the best teams in the NFL right now. But
Probably
3-37, it should have at least been competitive, in my opinion. But like the fact that the Ravens were a good team and our offense of line played like shit, both of those things, they can't be the same. Offensive line needed to have their best games for anybody to at least have a decent game. That's
and you guys are at the. I think right now you guys are still at the top of the division, so that means playoff.
We're still up the top.
And if you guys play like that and just whatever, you guys are gonna get bounced so fast.
No, I know. It's pissed me off because we just got the number 1 seed in our division, and all of a sudden, boom, we're steamrolled. Absolutely steamrolled. Now, granted, they're not in obviously our division; they're in the AFC, which is great.
But it says something.
But it shows the fact that if we wanted to actually make it to the Super Bowl, which again, that's very much wishful thinking.
Hey, $20 though.
You can't compete with the best teams in the NFL right now. That's what got proved to me, and that's what pisses me off. Yeah, it's true. That $20 could become $620, whatever it is that my bet I put in.
Not with that piss poor performance.
No,
let them know. Let them
makes
know.
me so mad when we play good teams. I want us to look good, and I want us to I want my team to show me that we can perform against the best teams in the NFL. It's the reason why I shit on the Steelers, because you guys can't perform against the best teams in the NFL. Same thing with
the Ravens.
So I'm in the same fucking boat as you, dude.
We beat the Ravens.
Shut the fuck up. I'm not talking about that shit anymore. Moving on.
But you also got steamrolled by the 49ers, so.
One of the best teams in the NFL.
Can't perform.
Well, they're not number 1.
All right, here we go. Whoops, not enough said. Next up, and lastly, we do have the Commanders versus Patriots here, guys. Wyatt, what do you think, man? Obviously, you guys got the win.
I think the ticker says it all. We won, but did we? I mean, game started out great for the Commanders, up 10-0 right away. And then we let the New England Patriots creep back in. They ended up tying it up 10-10. And here I am thinking to myself, like, all right, this is where we start losing now. Here we go.
Perfect.
Like, hey, we
losing close games. I love it.
Yeah, exactly. But we can't make it seem like we're losing, like on purpose. Like, we're not the Cardinals over here. But anyways, so I thought we were gonna start losing, and then they scored again, so it was 17-10. And then all of a sudden, halftime hits. Sam Howell flips a switch, just starts slinging the rock. Had a big 3rd down and 23. Runs for it, breaks 3 tackles, gets the 1st down, ended up scoring. Jahan Dotson got another touchdown, and then Joey Sly comes in, game-winning field goal. I mean, that's literally all I got to say about the game. Sam Howell threw for like 359 yards.
I think he's number 2 in passing right now.
Yeah, he did. He just passed up, I think, Mahomes or Allen or whoever it was, I think.
But, I mean, O-line did a pretty decent. Now, granted, the New England Patriots are banged up, but I mean, just even off scheme-wise, Matt Patricia's no slouch at a defensive coordinator, even though he's had some slip-ups, giving up 40+, 30+. But anyways, still a good defense coordinator, and the offense managed to look halfway decent this week.
I mean, the Patriots, they have like the schemes that they're so brilliant. I think who'd they play last week?
They beat the
Bills.
The Bills.
They double teamed Diggs on that one play, and it was like I was watching it. I'm like, that's crazy to like think of how they have, but it's just the people can't do anything. Like, the guys they have out there can't. If it was like 2018, 2017, the team would be obviously you know how that ended up, but like they just don't have the guys to do what they could like they used to be able to do. I think that's just hard with any team with getting age and then trying to put new guys in it and not having like the, I guess.
Also losing your top rookie cornerback and then just a veteran on the D line and Matthew Judon definitely does not help in your defense situation there.
So you're just in shambles trying to work with what you got, and it's not your A players, it's not your first string, it's your second, maybe even third strings trying to jump in. So, but they're still. I don't think they're. I don't know. It's so that division is so up and down for the Patriots.
100%. Like that AFC East it's weird. It really is.
All
of them lost. All AFC
they all lost. And then I think it was if the Jets beat the Chargers, they'd have been number 1. Bills would have been 3, and Miami 2. But now it's Miami still 1.
Nope, 1.
Bills 2. Patriots are 4.
No, the Jets are above the Bills now.
They are? Okay, so it's
yes.
So it's Jets 2, Bills 3?
Yes, I believe so, yes.
Like that division is so it's literally the definition of open. Like Patriots could
right?
come back up.
Oh, they played the Bengals.
No, they had their bye week though.
Who?
Oh,
5 and 4. Okay, so
they haven't yet.
They haven't yet. So the Bills are 2 now. Bills are 2.
Okay. Yeah, the Bills Dolphins have their bye this week.
Yes.
Yeah. But that like literally the definition of open is that division right there. So like the Patriots could actually be a late bloom team, but the odds of that happening is crazy. But let alone who knows?
Yeah. This might be a hot take.
Bill Belichick might get fired.
Well, that too. I think there's.
I thought that's where you're going there.
No, but that too.
Dude, there's smoke.
And I think, and I was talking to Burge about this too, Patriots Insider. But
Patriots Insider.
I know. But no, he was saying obviously Robert Kraft is actually a good owner, and he realizes when something needs to change for the betterment of the team. And I think Bill, at this point, if they continue to lose games and they don't get, what are they even at right now? What's the record?
4
2 wins. No, they have 2 wins.
Is it just 2?
I thought it was 4, but I could have. It's probably 3 to be honest with you.
Well, they need to get at least 4 or 5 wins in this season. Otherwise,
they are 2-7. Wow,
2-7 right now. Yeah, if they don't get at least until 4 wins, I think Bill is gone, and it's going to be probably one of those where he's going to retire. But even though he's pretty much asked to be stepped down,
I don't think he's going to retire. I think he's going for is it Bill Walsh? Does he own the most Super Bowl titles as a head coach? Isn't it Bill Walsh?
How many does he have? Bill's got a shit ton.
Bill does have a shit ton.
Bill has 6. I don't know.
Okay, but anyways, he does not have the record yet. Okay. There's someone. I think it's Bill Walsh.
Where is he gonna go? Who's gonna pick him up?
That's just it, dude. There's a lot of smoke in the air right now.
Any team that doesn't have a great coach, like Eagles won't. He might be a Cowboy, let alone be a Cowboy.
Dude, there's
Jerry Jones brings in Bill.
But
it's not the craziest idea.
If you're an NFL team and you're looking for a head coach, why not Bill?
I mean, correct, but again, Bill's only going to stay in the NFL if he wants to win a title. He ain't gonna win title.
Okay, but look at it like a player's perspective. Hey, I'm going to a new place. Like you got that new fresh feeling, like just that feel good attitude. Like sometimes getting out of a shitty situation in like a shitty place sometimes benefits you, like in the long run, almost.
Maybe, but like you also need to have a team. Tom Brady went to the Bucs, had a fucking team drafted.
But he also had that new vibe, new fresh,
new
guy in the building.
Taking the fact that it's at least a revitalizing situation. The fact that Tom went to the Bucs, won his first year at the Bucs, is a perfect example of a perfect situation. I'm going to get out, and I'm still going to win.
Yep.
Bill's going to get out, and he's going to want to win. He's going to have to go to a place that's willing to get him into that spot to win.
There's a lot of smoke about that.
I mean, like, Chargers could be, like, a number 1 spot for him.
You're going to win, though, next year?
Oh, yeah. If we have money that's the one thing we have going for us right now. If like
You wanna
we
cut
need to
that off,
sign.
Zach?
What's that?
You want to take the Commanders Patriots off for Trey?
Because Trey's leaning back, hiding behind it.
But anyways, like we have the second most amount of money to spend this season on free agency.
Well, let me say this because it's about Commanders. What I was going to say before we got to the Bill Belichick talk was hot take. I think Sam Howell is the next / new Josh Allen.
I mean, he's pretty much Brett Favre. I think we've already discussed this.
Brett Favre, but I could in a current setting and situation right now.
Josh Allen.
Brett Favre isn't in the NFL anymore, obviously, but Josh Allen is, and he reminds me a ton when it comes to he's either going to throw 4 picks or throw 4 touchdowns, or he's going to run for 23 yards and make an insane play, or he's going to play like shit.
Now, granted, this is only his first real year starting, so
I know
we can't really.
But that's literally what Josh.
That's
Allen
the outlook right
his
now.
Entire career. The guy has a ton of upside, great arm, can able to run, but he makes dumb decisions. That's just the definition of Josh Allen. Super talented, makes dumb decisions. Sam Howell, I think he's super talented, but he also has the ability to make dumb decisions at times too.
I agree.
So, and for you guys, I think it's kind of cool to have a quarterback that's like that. That could win you a game.
I had Taylor
at the
Heineke.
same time could lose you a game.
That was literally Heineke.
It's true. Taylor Heineke is also a dog for that.
Yeah, but if it was heads or tails, you're taking Howell every time. You're not taking Heineke.
Oh yeah, I'm taking Howell because he's young.
The upside is so much higher for Howell.
The potential's there, and I mean that's basically what this league is. Basically, potential.
Yeah. All right. Well, overall, I don't know what the hell's going to go on. Obviously, with either team right now, Commanders or Patriots. I think you guys both have. They both obviously have a future. I think
Rivera says we want to win, but I think ownership wants us to lose.
Rivera needs to go, in my opinion. I think your ownership, you just got new ownership. I'm hoping that's going to be a good side. I think you guys need to restart also with Rivera.
Well, there's some good things working in the Commanders right now.
But yeah, guys, hey, that wraps up our weekend recap. Let's dive into some power rankings, though, guys, and go into this week's rankings. I think this is after, obviously, the 9th week of the NFL. Let me get this shared for you guys quick. But all right. So starting, no tanks, no copyright, please. Thank you so much. Starting at the bottom here. I don't know why this.
Oh yeah, shout out AFC North. All 4 teams in the playoffs right now. I mean,
yep.
Jeez. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Here, we can actually pull out the playoff picture probably because it's mid-season right now. Like this is exactly mid-season.
Sure, might have to. Well, let's go to these power rankings. Let's run through these because I don't think there's actually one that needs to be moved around here. Arizona Cardinals are down at 32. I agree. Obviously, Kyler is coming back, which is going to be
and James Conner.
Big jump for them. Oh, James Conner too?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that piece. That obviously would be huge to have those 2 back. They might start jumping up the list and have probably less of a draft pick. Who knows?
Probably.
Exciting stuff for the Cardinals there. Panthers are at 31, 1-7. Again, I don't think there really is a team minus the New York Giants, which are 30th right here. I think most teams can get a win except these guys. These guys really do feel like the worst team in the NFL right now still, even though they're not technically ranked the worst because they've had more wins. In my opinion, I think the Giants are the worst of all of these.
Why does a team like New York not go pick somebody else?
Steelers right now 5 seed.
All right, well, let's talk about when we get there.
Sorry, dude, that just blew my mind.
What did you say, though?
Who just picked up Carson Wentz?
The LA Rams.
The Rams picked up Carson.
Why would the Giants, unless they're like obviously tanking, not pick someone up? Who the fuck is
I think
Tommy
it's because of that
DeVito?
exact reason. They don't want to win.
Said
games.
this last week.
Carson Wentz, I'm not saying is a guaranteed win, but he at least gets a chance to win games.
Yeah.
Over
Tommy DeVito.
But I also see the Rams a decision on picking Carson Wentz up because I mean Rippon, he's definitely not the answer at all.
That was not a good.
And I think Stetson Bennett's got to be hurt because otherwise I feel like they're play.
He's been on leave the last 2 weeks. They haven't came out why, but he just hasn't been in the building.
It's crazy. Interesting. Well, regardless, Patriots are next up. I agree. Like we talked about this a couple weeks ago, they're only going to continue to fall down at this point. 2-7 is insane as a Patriot, but it is what it is. Bears go up 1. I agree with it. I like this ranking. I don't think they're good, but I don't think they're necessarily like they can't win games.
They look decent. Though.
I think if anything, like you said, Spence, they prove that they can win games. They're not a bad football team. So good for them. on the ups, and they still have really good draft capital. They have 2 top 5 picks next year, so good for them. Next up, Rams dropped 6 after the ugly loss, but hey, they picked up Carson Wentz. We will see what this does. Obviously, I think Stafford is probably
Rippon actually got waived. Wow,
that's what I just said. Yeah,
been completely less than half passes. Wow, yeah. But yeah, Stafford, I think there's a chance Stafford is done for the rest of the season. You might be able to get another season out of him, but
does he retire?
There's a real chance that Stafford might be done after this year. He's got a Super Bowl. Who really cares? I mean, that's one thing that Lions
especially
fans can't ever
when
get.
It's your thumb on your throwing hand.
And it's been the same consistent coming back injury that he's had for a while now. It's not like this is his first time.
Here's another landing spot for Mr. Williams.
That's what I'm saying. This is one of those teams that I think 100% would be willing to trade up.
And if they trade up one, it's not that big. They're going to be like what, the 3rd or 4th pick? They just swap picks and maybe a late round pick.
The Rams would be higher than that, I think. I think they have a better team around them than just that.
I also agree with that.
Oh, I mean, granted, yeah, but
still, if you have the 8th, 10th pick, whatever that number is for them,
very possible.
Very easy. You could trade down as a number 1 seed, probably pick somebody else up. What if they trade like one of their pieces? I don't know what that exactly looks like. Maybe a couple of future picks with it too. Because
who knows? Aaron
year,
Donald might be done after this year too.
I think that's be smart for him too. He should have retired after the Super Bowl, man. They haven't been able to do anything. Commanders go up to 26 with the
Hell yeah.
4-5, man. If you guys are wanting to tank, you should have done it a while ago. Just 4-5 and getting wins.
No, it's
still.
stupid.
I'll be back.
Well, technically, we are in a playoff hunt right now.
Gotcha.
So,
yeah, never know, man.
I mean,
never know. Raiders go up to 25.
How are they ahead of us? I have no clue.
I don't disagree with it, though. I think after they fired Josh McDaniels, I think they're looking at Aiden O'Connell and thinking, hey, we actually have some life.
But are they above
us.
Washington, though?
Yes.
Wow.
You guys are trying to think. Why do you
obviously
care?
not, because
you don't want to
won.
be high.
Obviously not. Ron Rivera says we're not trying to tank, so I guess we're
Don't
not.
listen to old man Ron.
If you guys played
Sweat and Chase Young.
If you guys played the Eagles every week, you'd be higher.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's true.
But you obviously you don't, and it's tough.
Oh, it's tough. Trust me, I know.
Denver Broncos 3-5. Hot take, not even a hot take. This is just a fact. This is just a fact. I like the ranking still right now. Russ Wilson's having a pretty good fucking year.
Oh yeah.
Nobody's talking about that.
Whoa.
And he's no.
I feel like I have
maybe a little bit, but I think just in general, I'm not just talking about us.
Oh, okay, all right.
On TurfTalks, number 1
You're
sports
just talking
podcast
sports in
the
general.
country. They just don't know it yet. But no, what I'm saying is most people aren't talking about Russell Wilson actually being a pretty good fucking quarterback this year, and I think he deserves some praise. He deserves something because right now he's got. I think I was looking at his stats. He's got like a 67% completion rate. Which is
pretty good.
16 touchdowns to 4 picks only.
For not having
really
Judy
good
and Cortland Sutton.
He has the same amount of stats as Patrick Mahomes.
That's insane.
He's actually got better, I think, is what it actually was.
Yeah, and then you got people that
really good season.
You got people that are just like Patrick Mahomes is a god, like Trey in the bottom there. Patrick Mahomes is a god. The Chiefs are really good, and then you go, Russ is having a better year. And it's like, oh, Russ, he's washed. He's trash. Like all this stuff.
Russ sucks. Like, no, he's actually having a really good season. Like, and we'll give him his roses, man. Congrats to Russ for turning that around.
Do you maybe you guys should have traded Russ back? Maybe you guys should have traded Geno for Russ.
What's that?
Maybe you guys should have traded Geno for Russ. Like
straight up.
Can you even imagine?
That would be the biggest fleece by John Schneider ever. We gave up Russell Wilson for all of Broncos' future draft capital, and then we gave him back just for our backup quarterback that we already had.
You want to throw Drew Lock in there?
That'd be awesome, dude.
Could you imagine having like? Can you see like Russ in his Seahawks uniform like that? I can see it, but
I don't know if I see it necessarily. I mean, it would be nice, probably, yeah. What would he be?
That was sarcasm, Zach.
I don't know, right? Never know. Sorry, I couldn't catch on. Next up, Green Bay Packers went up 2, even though they played one of the shittier teams against one of the worst quarterbacks you've seen in a while. Literally played his first game and goes, "Yeah, you're done."
That's literally what happened.
But no, like Packers go up 2. I don't think they need to go up 2 for beating a shitty team.
I also feel like they actually got the run game involved. It wasn't all on Jordan Love.
Yeah.
I mean, Aaron Jones had 20-plus carries, which that hasn't happened since week 2 of this year. Like, it's
for a while.
They look like a new team now.
Yeah.
And, like,
Well,
I feel like
Aaron Jones was hurt, too.
The power of being able to have more than one option on offense is so powerful.
And
That's
they
what
still
you
play
do.
a lot of NFC North teams. So,
Yeah.
like, there's a chance for them to make a push here late in this year.
Just when we thought the Packers were dead, here they come again.
Mm-hmm.
Here they come again. All right. In 22, we have Titans. Stayed the same. To be honest, though, they could have gone higher. We'll see who's above them right now, though. Bucks. They could be potentially higher than them. Falcons. Easily could be higher than them. They just beat the shit out of them a couple weeks ago. Like, I wouldn't consider them better than the Colts. I could see them being higher than these two teams already right here.
You would say so.
Yeah, no, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. What did you just talk about?
Oh, it's for something for Dalen.
Okay, I didn't even see it.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, no,
We're talking about football, right?
Yeah, we're talking about football. We're talking about practice.
Playoffs. We're
No.
talking about playoffs.
I can see the Titans being better than these two teams for sure and being at that 20 spot,
Yes.
in my opinion. I think that'd be a better spot for the Titans. Indianapolis Colts, I like it. They went up 4, but I think they've been 4 and 5. You can't knock at. Kenny Moore had 2 house calls, dude. Insane.
I'm torn on this Colts team.
Yeah?
I really do think Shane Steichen is a really good head coach.
They have no reason to be good. They
Wait.
lost their franchise starting quarterback
Yep.
in week 3, and he was
And
injured
they
for,
managed
like,
to put up
whatever it was.
20 points a game on average.
With Gardner Minshew.
Either way, just on average, they would be throwing up 20 points a game. And which in the NFL, where like defenses, I mean, it's tough to play defense.
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest. If you're playing a really good team, it is tough to stop a good team from scoring every single play. So for them to put up 20 points on average is very impressive. And if the defense can just get those key couple stops, they're a couple plays away from being, I'd say, 8-3 right now.
Yeah. No, I mean, they've lost a lot of close games. They beat the Ravens, too. I mean, they're one of the Ravens' losses as well. The one thing that I think with the Colts, that you laugh.
Trey, what you laugh? Yeah. Trey, what do you say?
I'm laughing at Wyatt's math. 8-3.
I just threw it out there. Like,
a couple games, they played 3 more games than they could have possibly.
but like, they had a chance to win every single game, though. Am I correct? They had a chance to beat the Browns. They're never out of a game, Trey. That's the point I'm getting at.
I was just laughing at your math. That's all
It's
that. I
fine.
was like,
Laugh at the math all you want. They've only played 9 games or 10. Is it week 10 now?
It's week 10 coming up.
Yeah, coming
they
up.
played
Yeah.
9
9
games. So 11 games is being possible.
Yeah,
they
obviously.
haven't had their bye week.
shit.
They might have a bye week.
I don't care.
No shit.
Either way, they
Regardless.
still
But why?
have a
Why-
chance.
Why are the Colts doing well? And it's what we've already talked
really
about.
good old line. Like, they still have Quentin
Nelson
Nelson.
playing well, but what else?
For
What do
defense.
they have? They have 2 fucking dogs in the backfield right now,
Well,
Jonathan
true.
Taylor and Zach Moss.
Zach Moss
again,
is so good,
You
actually.
can hide a subpar quarterback with a pretty good run game, whether it's one guy or multiple guys, and that's exactly what's happening with the Colts right now. Gardner
but
Minshew,
Pittman-
I would consider is a great quarterback.
No, but he's not subpar because he's making some.
Let me
very good
expand
throws.
so you don't have to disagree with me on everything. It comes from an average to a subpar. Is that better?
He's average.
Pittman's actually doing well too. It's not just the run
He's having
game.
a good season. Yes, I know, but and I'm not saying that Gardner Minshew is.
Yeah,
great.
it opens it up.
He's
Josh
playing well
Downs,
because
rookie.
he has 2 absolute studs in the backfield that he can hand the ball off and do well. I mean,
Right.
it's
I agree.
the same thing with Brock Purdy. It's the same thing with, I think, a little bit of Will Levis helping out with Derrick Henry. It's the same thing with Kenny Pickett and the Steelers when they get it going. It's the same thing with Jordan Love and the Packers. It's the same thing for all these teams.
Sam Howell,
Where
Brian
Sam Howell,
Robinson.
same thing. Brandon Robinson's having a good year too.
Dude, he's having a
Um,
dog year.
But yeah, so Colts, I like the position. They potentially could be higher. I
Mhm.
think they have a better offense and get everything going for them right now than the Jets.
5 spots.
Jets dropped 5, which is a pretty nasty drop.
They did get pwned.
They did get pwned. I think they got exposed on offense. Anybody else see Robert
Throw.
Saleh completely just throwing his quarterback underneath the bus.
Yeah, he did.
I used to like Robert Saleh. That was a scumbag move in my opinion.
Okay,
to shit on Zach Wilson.
Well, he didn't really shit on. He just said, "I have no answer for you."
They asked, "Why are you still trying him?" He goes, "I don't know."
Well, what do you want him to say? Who
You
else?
back up his quarterback?
Who else would you put in there?
How can you back him up when he's
I'm
not
not
playing?
putting anyone else in there.
At
but
least
Zach
back up
Wilson.
your fucking quarterback. Back up your fucking quarterback. He goes, "I got nobody else. That's why he's playing." That's
I mean, Is that the truth though?
That's what he pretty much.
But no. I'm just asking, like on a real note, that is the truth.
Correct.
There's no one else you could throw in there.
As a head coach, though, you should not be going out there in public and saying, "Yeah, I don't fucking know why."
Okay, I agree with that, but like at the same time, he doesn't have any other option. He's kind of he's waiting until speaking of Aaron Rodgers, throwing 60 yards down the field. Dude was out.
Colin Kaepernick's still out there.
Ooh.
Jeez, don't even get that going again.
Colin Kaepernick's still out there. I don't know why they just don't sign him.
Well,
there's probably a reason that nobody signed him. It's probably
because he hasn't played in 8 years.
Yeah. He hasn't played.
He was in the Super Bowl, Trey. When's the last time you saw your quarterback in the Super Bowl?
Super Bowl back when 2012,
Yeah,
2013.
it was 2012.
2 years before that.
That's over 10 years ago when he was playing in the Super Bowl, dude.
And we're talking about Aaron Rodgers still. Okay.
Ben Roethlisberger was playing in a Super Bowl 10 years ago. We were also talking about he should be in there still. Regardless, doesn't matter. I think the Jets themselves, their defense is great.
Mm-hmm.
Offense has flashes. Zach Wilson has played fine. He didn't throw a pick yesterday.
No, he did not.
He didn't play
Threw
his
for
best
255 yards passing.
I mean, I don't think he probably could have done much more on his
He
end
threw
of
the
things.
ball 50 times.
Yeah, that's a lot of fucking throws.
That's insane.
I know.
They did shoot themselves in the foot. When Breece Hall would just get that sliver and just break like a good 15-yard chunk, holding call, just always penalties, just really slowed the offense down.
Just killed the whole fucking thing. All right. Well, Jets are at 18, dropped 5. Vikings up 2. All right, let's talk about it.
This is impressive.
The Vikings are turning into that Cinderella team that I think people want to win now, just because of this man. They obviously had Kirk Cousins, which I think a lot of people are a fan of. They said we're a pro Kirk Cousins show. We've been very open about that.
You have been.
The Vikings
You have been for sure.
Fuck no. Fuck the Vikings.
Dude, how good is Kevin O'Connell?
But Kevin O'Connell, one of the better coaches they've had in recent memory. Justin Jefferson coming back soon. But Joshua Dobbs.
This week.
Absolute NFL darling, if you ask me, on what he was able to do this last weekend. Not just talking about, obviously, the story of getting the win. What he was able to accomplish, and I think Pat McAfee talked about this too this week, is like absolutely insane. Unheard of what he was able to accomplish. Play a game and win with minimal like preparation for a position where you need to be fully prepped every fucking week if you want to at least perform decent. It was impressive, man.
He was running plays that he'd never even ran before.
Bro,
his first live rep was literally in the game running for the first time.
And a touchdown to win the game.
Kevin O'Connell was calling into his headset saying, hey, this is the basic fucking things we're looking for on this play, and essentially giving him the hey, if this guy's open, throw it to him. If not, read the safety. How the fuck is Josh Dobbs supposed to process that, still be able to fucking set everything up and say hut, and then fucking actually be able to do what Kevin O'Connell just told him to do?
It's an astronaut.
It's literally the guy's an astronaut. This guy is legitimate.
He's out of this world.
And
Bro was probably out there third quarter, and he goes, you already gave me this play already. I just ran this 20 minutes ago. You don't have to be going through all this progressions and shit.
You gotta know already. You got it and everything. No, it was impressive. And honestly, if anything, more people should be talking about what Josh Dobbs was able to put together. He was doing his cadence a few times before the game started, so his offensive line knew what the fuck was going on.
Well, I mean, he did it in Arizona, getting signed a week before the season starts and still being able to start and compete in the game. They almost won the first 3 weeks with the Cardinals.
Such an incredible feat for him, man. Plus, he just played like a gritty guy that wants to get wins. He had that run for a touchdown. And Vikings fans out there, most of you, I hate you, but some of you I do appreciate if you're a realist in a lot of cases. If you're a realist Vikings fan, good for you, man. I appreciate it.
You're a rare breed.
What's that?
You're a rare breed.
Yeah, you're a rare breed.
How about Josh Dobbs throwing out the Mike Tomlin quote?
Yeah, that's true.
Trey, what'd you think about that?
What was it?
I didn't even see that.
I think it was just like, wasn't it talking about like
It doesn't matter what circumstance you're
Yeah.
in. Like, there's no consequences for it. You just gotta do your best and show up.
Yeah. You can't make excuses for your situation.
Yes.
Essentially is what it was. And like, obviously situations, well, I didn't know. I only had a couple days to prepare. It's like, no, fucking it's your situation.
It's the
Who cares?
NFL, bro. You gotta be ready.
It is what it is. Good for them though. Chargers 16 go up 2.
Talk about a desperate team.
I don't mind it because I think again they're 4-4. They've had some really ugly games this season so far. They kind of have a little bit of a streak going here for them. Good for them because they should be winning on paper, in my opinion.
Even with the off night from Justin Herbert, but I mean that's just what the Jets defense does to opposing quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But they were still able to find ways to just make big plays and really score.
Yeah,
I think that was the whole game basically on Monday night.
I would assume this next guy is probably on the dog of the week and probably will win. But CJ Stroud obviously had an insane game. He had 470 yards passing, 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Like, absolutely bonkers for numbers when it comes to that. Plus, he's a rookie. Like, the fact that this guy is still a rookie is insane to me, too. Like, it's just hard for me to fathom, dude, to be honest with you. So, Texans, obviously, offense looked incredible. Tank Dell, as I've learned, absolute animal too. Had a great game too. Texans have it going, man. And I know they're only 4-4 as well, but they're I think a lot better. But 4-4.
Tough losses though. They lost to Carolina by what? 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, I think it was like 1 point. Yeah, because they were down by 3.
Right there. That's 5-3. Who else did they lose to that was pretty close?
I can't remember, to be honest.
They really should be 6-2.
They lost their first 2 games of the year.
Yeah.
There was one that was close, and it's like they almost could have won.
As a team that literally had the 2nd and 3rd overall pick, not a great team the previous year, and the fact that they're this good this year shows you how either good CJ Stroud is and how good and put together this team is.
Head coach.
Head coach is also a huge piece of this too.
D'Amico Ryan.
Really
can't
good,
say enough about that guy.
Really good on their part. But
dude, how about the running back kicking a field goal in the 4th quarter where like it matters?
I didn't see that.
Tie the game up. That's impressive.
Wild.
It was the Falcons. That's the game I was thinking of. 21.
Oh yeah, you're right. They did lose to the Falcons.
They definitely should have lost.
No, because CJ Stroud did lead a game-winning drive, but never got the ball back.
And then they beat us, which we should have won that game. But like right there, it's like a good team.
Yeah.
Definitely higher than this team.
Next up is the Steelers at 14. I'm becoming a little bit more of a Steelers believer. It's still not there yet, Trey, though. I think 14 is probably as best as you guys should be. You should not be higher. And if you argue that,
I think we should.
What?
I think we should.
Well,
Saints should be ahead of us.
So,
But we are. Look at us. Look at us. Can you scroll up that? Can you scroll up a little bit?
That's right.
Can you scroll up a little bit? Does that say 13?
Oh, shit. Hey, look at this, guys, though. Look at this. 12, 13, 14. All of us right in a row. And boy, do I not feel like we deserve a 12th spot either.
Zach, how does it feel being better than the Steelers right now? How does it feel?
I mean, very well deserved. I'm just
It feels great. It feels great. I think we won the Super Bowl.
I don't know, man. I think, honestly, of all these teams, I think we're all sitting decently.
I think Zach, after that performance, you guys should be lower than Steelers.
I was expecting to be 15 or lower after that performance. I'm not even kidding you.
We'll see when they play.
It's true. We will be playing the Steelers. I don't think we play the Saints this year, but we will be playing the Steelers for sure.
And in the playoffs, if everything goes the way it's supposed to, we'll play in the first round.
Trey, you might have to go to the Seahawks Steelers game, bro. On ground. 11. All right. Here's where I really start disagreeing. I don't agree with this. I really don't agree with the Buffalo Bills being at 11. They've proven that they aren't a consistently good team this year. Should they be? Probably. I think they have some injuries still that are affecting them as well. I don't like them at 11 personally.
I like them a little down, more down, I should say.
They could be 12. I could, and it's like one spot. But seriously, I could be fine with 12. It doesn't mean Seahawks go up to 11.
They just lost too many people on the O-line for me to really believe in that team, and they're just not gelling.
Yeah. Obviously, they lost to a good team too in the Bengals, but like it doesn't matter. I think they should go a little bit further. Browns, I don't mind here. I know
Sean's back
you're gonna
this
fucking
week.
hate it. Deshaun Watson's back too. We'll see what happens. They have a better defense.
And their offense is clicking.
Statistically, they're one of the best defenses in the NFL.
Statistically,
They got the best player on defense right now.
Okay.
So,
I will say TJ Watt's got to be that.
No.
no, I don't think. I'm not even going to say it's TJ Watt. I just don't think Myles Garrett's having the best
He has
defensive player of the year.
Last game, he literally had one.
Bro, he literally took over the Colts game. I mean,
he was in the Colts game. That was 1 week.
Yeah,
he had a good game that week.
Dominant defensive games in recent memory.
Dude, Myles Garrett, that man is just built.
You can't say that he's shitty though, Trey.
Dude,
I'm not. Never did I say he's shit.
5 pounds, 6'5",
That's
running.
just glazing right here. This is just
He
glazing.
doesn't get
How
blocked.
many sacks does TJ have?
I think he's got 9 now.
9. So if we're going, and he has one pick, one fumble recovery.
He's got I don't fucking know off the top of my head.
But
Now he's got a pick, and he's got if not 1 or 2 forced fumbles.
But Max Crosby has to be up there in that conversation because
Max
dude,
Crosby's having a good year, man, too.
All
I
these
saw
guys
it.
are all very good. I don't know who is having the best year. I don't know defensively who it would be, but
Yeah, I don't know either.
I feel like they're all just very. Everyone's those top tier guys are all just having the same exact year. I feel like.
Yeah.
There's no
always in the
standout
conversation.
player.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's keep going, boys. We have the Cincinnati Bengals at 9. I like the spot. I think they're only getting better, and
I agree.
That's just what they do.
I just hate to say that.
I know. Then the Cowboys at 8. They showed they play pretty darn well against, I think, a really good Eagles team right now.
But so did the Commanders.
I agree, but you can't say that the Commanders are as good as a team as the Cowboys.
I think we could be with the Cowboys though.
I don't.
Cowboys are also a wishy-washy team. They've had worse teams or worse.
I feel like we're more apt to compete with the Cowboys than we were the Eagles.
It's also,
is that a fair thing to say?
Maybe.
You guys always play the Eagles hard.
Well, yeah, but we also built our team to combat the Eagles.
Yeah, that's true. All right, San Francisco drops to 7, but they went up to 7, I should say.
Debo's back.
Debo's back. Apparently, that's
After
the
a
only
bye?
reason why Brock Purdy sucks at this point. Because
How did teams go up on a bye?
I don't know, dude.
Well, because teams get a chance to lose, and
NFL,
you gotta have
NFL glazing right there, if you ask me. No, I think the 49ers, they could get it put back together if they have, a little more health going on their direction.
Also, adding Chase.
I don't think Trent Williams is playing
I
again.
think that also gives him a boost up.
Yeah, no, I know. I think
Ankle's still
Trent
good-
Williams
still
is
fucked up.
right now.
Yeah.
I think he's still got another 2 weeks till he's back,
Yeah.
Trey.
Yeah.
I disagree with this.
3 spots.
I think it's fair that they drop. I think
Oh,
they
yeah,
should drop. I
absolutely.
think they should drop further.
Really?
I don't.
Okay.
I told you. I think the Dolphins are frauds.
I think the Dolphins are a fraud team. We've
I
been
do
high-
agree.
I said this like 2 weeks ago.
I do agree.
We've been high on the Dolphins, but they have yet to beat a 500+ team.
Boom. What did I
You
say?
can't deny
I said this like 3-4 weeks ago.
They also played in Germany against the Chiefs.
I don't give a fuck.
Oh, okay, I agree. You should.
I agree.
But no, you're not wrong by this at any means necessary. But at the same time, that is tough to ask for. I mean, yes, we could throw the Mike Tomlin quote out there again, but for every team to just go overseas and go,
They were there
play
like a week
is
early
tough.
though.
Trust me, it sucks. I hate overseas games if it's your team. Seahawks had to do it last year in Germany with the Bucks, and I hated it every single second of it because I know for us we already have to
you lose a
travel
home
to-
game.
Yeah, I mean it sucks. You can't that piece alone too.
Mhm.
I just don't think the Dolphins are actually set up to be a late playoff playing team at this point. I don't see it because in a lot of cases,
you take away Tyreek Hill, average as fuck.
I think the offense is still fine. I think their defense is what's getting exposed, to be honest with you. Even with
Injuries
Jalen
have
Ramsey.
happened to this
How many
team.
points did they put up?
Well, I mean, in this last game, the Chiefs were up at one point like 21-0.
What was
They
the
made
score?
that close of a game?
They
It was
brought it back.
21-27, I think.
Yeah, they came back. Don't get me
28.
wrong. The Miami Dolphins offense came back, and that's why I'm saying I'm not taking anything away from their offense. They have one of the best offenses in the NFL still. They're
Best
as
They have one of the
as
best
a
defenses.
It's the exact opposite of what the Steelers. The Steelers have a great defense, bad offense. They have a great offense here in Miami, but their defense is not the strongest, and it gets exposed at times.
But the Chiefs have like a great defense.
Slept on defense.
Yeah,
They're not slept on anymore. They're really good.
I would say they're still slept on, even though I'm still on one.
When you think of the Chiefs, you're not going to think of elite defense, right?
Yeah, because they just have a lot of young guys.
But they are.
I know they are, but that's not that's not like what someone
I
going to
think
say
it's
right
more
away.
impressive that teams aren't even like shying away from doubling Travis Kelce every single play, basically on key money downs.
They have no one else.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's what I mean, though. But the Chiefs still find ways to win with that happening.
I think I saw the Chiefs have the highest drop percentage in NFL history or some shit like that.
Really,
it's insane. Their receivers are dropping so many balls. I don't know what.
And they're still finding ways to win.
I think it's just because literally they don't have any other good receivers on their team right now.
Could have not helped in the first week too, but they had drop passes.
First week still might be skewing those numbers. To be honest with you,
because Kadarius Toney dropped 6 himself in one day.
Yeah. All right. Well, number 5 is Lions. I like it. I don't like it right now.
It'll go up. I think it'll go up.
Jags at 4. I like it too. They're a hot team right now, man. Travis Etienne, fucking great. He might honestly this year again.
He's having a really good year.
Keeping in mind this year I'm talking about, he's a top 3 running back right now in the NFL. This year.
It's arguable.
I think he might be number 2 right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's arguable.
Yeah, I think he's top 3 right now easily. This year.
I'll look at it quick. Hold on.
Kansas City Chiefs 7-2, number 3. I'll accept it. I don't mind 3. I don't like how they were number 1 for the longest time.
I'd throw the only reason why Jacksonville's underneath them is because they lost to the Chiefs. But I'd rather throw Jacksonville ahead of KC.
Zach, he's number 3.
Who's above him?
I'm looking
Christian
right now.
McCaffrey, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
McCaffrey's number 1, and then I don't even know who second would be.
Are you going off of rushing yards here,
Or are you
or
going off his fantasy points?
No, hey, overall running back.
well,
I mean, you can maybe say Saquon, but
Yeah, I was gonna
I'm trying
say.
to think of who else would even be up there. I think he's performing as
Mostert, maybe Mostert, or
Raheem's having a very good year at 31 years old.
Yeah, he's having a good year, but I don't know if it's
Dude was at one point the
Oh,
fastest
Josh Jacobs.
man on the field.
He's having a shitty year.
He's not having that good of a year.
Oh shit! I clicked the wrong one. That was 2020.
I was gonna say that's not Josh Jacobs' year. I
who
promise.
the fuck is 1? Why can't I think of
It's
what?
Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
No, I meant in power rankings.
Oh, what do you think?
Well, the second is Ravens.
The Eagles.
And number 1 is
Oh,
Eagles.
At
Yep,
Eagles.
are number
I
1.
was
Which
having
one
the
of
biggest
those
brain
around?
fart ever.
I honestly don't. I like Ravens at 2, and I really like Eagles at 1.
I
I
still
think
don't like the Ravens at
Eagles
2.
are getting better and better every week, and they keep proving that. They win close games, tight games that are wow. The Dallas Cowboys, top 10 team, they beat them. You can't take that away, the fact that they're beating good teams.
Also, the Cowboys had
They had a good showing, too.
3 opportunities to win that game.
The
Offense went 3 and out twice.
The Cowboys themselves, when they're on, and they're good, and the Eagles beat them at their best. And that's
But
why I
the
think
Eagles could have let that game slip away very easily. The
but they
Cowboys,
didn't.
I understand that, but with what Cowboys defense did to them, putting them out three and out, punt, and just absolutely they were 14 yards away, total from scoring 21 points, which is insane. You have 3 times in the red zone and you just can't get it done.
Yeah.
I think the Cowboys probably should have, they're looking at the game damn, we could have had that. We should have had that one.
I know, but I think, again, it just proves the fact that Eagles, they're winning games against people that
Was
they
that
should
in
win.
Dallas? No, that was in Philly.
It
It was in Philly.
But they're winning games that they should win. And even teams, when they're a good team,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
winning. So that's I think you just have to
Oh, you can't knock a team.
You have
for
to
winning.
give the Eagles the roses. They have the best record in the NFL right now still, too.
Yep.
Good for
I
them.
agree.
But yeah,
But I just think the Ravens are that much better.
I agree, though. I mean, the Ravens fucking shit-pounded a 12 overall team right now, so good for them, man. Don't know who that could be. But, hey, that's our power rankings. But, hey, you know what? Let's chill out over there.
Holy shit. What's going on?
But let's change up something. It's the time of the year where it gets a little cold outside, and it's just like, oh, gosh, it's becoming long days, and you need to pick me up.
It's torture.
It's torture. You need to pick me up. Well, guess what? I got the fucking pick me up for you. We're talking about the dog of the week, time of the day. Whoa. Here we go.
Hey, and you might have spoke a little soon because this week might be a little boring because we got about 3 dudes on the same team. All right. I mean, I can't not. All right, we'll start off. This man was on the list last week. Another dog-like week. CeeDee Lamb. 11 receptions. 191 yards receiving.
Damn, 200.
But he didn't get a touchdown. Mm-hmm. You know what? I'm still giving it to him. Because it doesn't matter. Because we already know who it's going to be. And then, first of 3 here. All right? We got Tank Bell. 6 receptions, 114 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And then, kind of a sleeper right here, not thought of as like one of the best in his positions. We got Dalton Schultz.
Have a year.
10 receptions, 130 yards, and a touchdown.
Damn, I
have a year for Dalton Schultz.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, probably, unanimous decision here. I know Wyatt's got a stiffy right now. We got CJ Stroud. 470 yards. And 5 tutties.
Rookie record, man.
They didn't believe in us, but God did.
All right.
Shattering rookie passing records. I mean, holy fuck.
That's like breaking like NFL, like not NFL records, but like that's one of the better
NFL record.
NFL. Well, no, it's one of the best just NFL quarterback
stat-wise,
stats that we've had in a single game.
Dude,
insane. If you would have thrown for 500 yards, that might be like
typically quarterbacks have either really high yards or really high touchdowns. Typically, you don't have both 500 touchdowns or 500 touchdowns. 500.
I was just gonna say, holy shit.
500 passing yards essentially, and then 5 passing touchdowns too. Like you typically have one or the other. I think like Peyton Manning's record, Nick Foles' record that he has, or whatever it may be, is like, or tied record is like it's 7 touchdowns, but it's not 470 passing yards, Or like Tom Brady's individual game where in the Super Bowl he had 510 passing yards, he had like 2 touchdowns. So like yours are gonna have one or the other. I feel like he had both in the same game, and it's just like
if he would have thrown for like 500 yards, like it already is like holy fuck, but like that would have been like it might be like the best QB performance of all time if he throws for like over 500 yards.
Yeah, one of the best stat lines in NFL history for a quarterback. Insane.
How many passing attempts did he have?
Yeah, how many passing?
It had to be a shit ton. It might not have been.
If it's less, it'd be insane.
Well, I mean, between Tank Dell and
dude had 42 attempts.
Yeah.
30 for 42.
That's still impressive, though, man. Only had 12 drop passes.
Had a QBR of 77.2.
What?
Insane.
Why was it only 77.2? Shouldn't have been like 184.
No, that's his RTG.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, it was 119.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Trust me. Yeah, that was up there.
Yeah. No, I mean, we could vote on it, but I don't think we need to.
I don't think it matters.
Are we good? Are we good to agree who it's going to be this week?
I'm going to take Tank.
You're going to take Tank.
Oh, way to be the odd man out.
Well,
Give me
I'm
Tank.
taking CJ.
It's CJ.
Give me Iguodala. No, dude, it's CJ Stroud, man.
By far.
And give it up. Week 8, Dawg of the Week nominee, or I guess not even nominee, fucking winner, is Mr. CJ Stroud from the Ohio State University.
It's about time an Ohio State quarterback did something.
Shut up, you cheater!
Jesus.
It's legal.
Relax.
Hey, I got a theory here. Both the Harbaugh brothers are in on it. Ravens are cheating also.
I mean, you can't deny what you just said, though.
Oh, what?
Name the last Ohio State quarterback that's actually been a successful quarterback in the NFL.
Name the last Michigan quarterback that's been a success in the
No,
NFL
no,
other than Tom
Tom
Brady.
Brady.
I'm talking
Oh,
about.
now we're going to do that?
literally the
Okay, he's
greatest
going to
of
say
all
CJ Stroud.
Hey, Justin Fields, actually, though, like, if he wasn't on the Bears, there's potential.
But you can say that about so many people. You can say that
Okay,
about so
but,
many
like,
people.
that's just the situation that you have to deal with.
Okay, Mike Tomlin, I get that. But what I'm saying is, too,
The standard's
is
the standard.
is the fact that
You ain't wrong.
the Ohio State, there's been a history and a lineage of Ohio State quarterbacks that make it to the NFL. They fucking play wide receiver at some point in their career.
No, there was only one.
They're not even
There was
there to
only
fucking-
one.
You had a string of
It was-
quarterbacks that didn't do
Bro,
shit.
it's first off, not Dwayne Haskins. Excuse me. Well, yeah, okay. Dwayne Haskins was the only real one to get drafted, other than Justin Fields and CJ Stroud. Which this is a part of the new coming.
RJ Barrett?
He never got drafted,
Or that's
like high overall.
RJ Barrett?
JT.
Oh,
JT Barrett.
I said RJ Barrett.
He was very
Oh,
undersized. I mean, if you really wanted to look at him as a quarterback, you would have. I mean, size of Drew Brees,
What did he play in college?
quarterback. But he
What
thought
about Braxton
because
Miller?
our offense fit him.
Wasn't his name Braxton Miller?
Braxton Miller also tore his shoulder joint in college. So in college, he had to turn into a wide receiver. It wasn't like he was forced to.
What about Poyer?
Well, obviously, he's 6'4" and
Was he from Ohio State?
yeah, but like he's 6'4", ran a 4.40. Like
What did
you
he
could have
play- what did he-
easily
what did
made
he
that guy
play
a
in college?
receiver.
He was a
Charles
quarterback,
Bryant?
wasn't he?
Like quarterback.
Or prior?
Yeah,
No,
but then he
prior.
didn't he play receiver for the Browns?
He technically got drafted by was it Oakland? Yeah, Oakland Raiders to play quarterback. Didn't he have the longest touchdown run against the Steelers
Run.
Yeah, he
for
did.
a rookie?
Run.
I think it was 98 yards.
I think you're just proving our point. The
He did,
fact that you
yeah.
have athletes, but you don't have good quarterbacks.
You don't have
CJ Stroud, one of the
Justin
first-
Fields is a good quarterback. You just haven't been able to see
Ooh.
it.
It's true. I'll accept that slander.
Justin Fields is actually a very damn good quarterback, and he proved it in college. JT, I knew he wouldn't translate to the NFL, just didn't have the size.
I knew
Alright,
it.
LeBron.
Cardale
Alright,
Jones,
No, I'm not LeBron.
we knew
You
that
are.
was a bust. Are you kidding me? I mean, when you got to
We've named like 7 quarterbacks now that have been sucky. In the last
Hey,
it's
the
okay,
next
but how many
NFL quarterback,
quarterbacks are
Lincoln
sucky from
Keenum.
every other school, Zach? A lot of them. You
most
got
of them
your.
don't even make
You guys
it.
are the number
Exactly.
one.
So
you
how,
guys are the
how are
number
you
one
just
school.
dogging me?
And you guys
What?
got to produce a quarterback.
All we're saying is congratulations on getting your first real good quarterback in the NFL.
You guys are all right, whatever. Thank you. I appreciate it.
That's
I'm just
a
gonna say
compliment.
thank you and
Hey, I said your next
Move
one
on.
up is Lincoln Keynotes.
Hey, the Lincoln Keynotes, shout out.
hey,
Um,
there might be a good
South
chance
Dakota born
he
and
might
raised.
be second string by the end of this year.
Never know.
I thought he already was.
Ryan Day likes him.
That's good.
No,
Ryan
Devin
Day.
Brown.
I thought he got hurt.
No, he's still in.
All right. Well, that concludes our Dog of the Week Dog of the Week segment. We have one more segment for you guys. No Dead or Alive this week because that segment actually right now is, kind of dead, if you ask me. But hey, here we go. Last one is our pick'ems.
You
And
didn't have to jump scare me like that, by the way.
let's
I was-
let's get to it. All right. So last week we ended with what did we say it was again? I had 8 picks correct, and so did Trey. Wyatt had 10. And you had what again, Spence, for yours?
10.
10. So we had 10, 10, and 8 and 8. But yeah, technically your winners for last week were Wyatt and Spencer. So as you guys saw, I have to shout this out quick. So as you guys saw, the TikTok wasn't made this weekend. A couple reasons why. Because this dipshit right here refuses to do the TikTok itself.
I didn't refuse. No one ever wanted to record it. Okay, record it then.
We asked you yesterday to do it, and you go, "No, I'm not doing that."
You
shit,
didn't
bro."
ask me yet.
You don't know, bro.
Yes, we
You don't know,
did.
bro.
First off, there's a reason why we all got into this argument, but we don't need to
Oh
bring
my
it up on
fucking
stream.
God, dude. Either way, you still had less correct.
I said I would do it, but you guys didn't make me do it. So
We were literally
force
saying
you to
let's do it,
dance.
and you go, no, I refuse.
Well, first off, we got
Dance, boy,
That's what I'm
dance.
getting at.
All right. Well, what we've learned today, kids, is your actions don't have consequences. So do whatever you want. Whatever you do in the outcome doesn't matter because we're not going to fall through things. But hey, technically, Trey and I, we have a punishment. Trey, would you be down to actually do the punishment
I said I
for
would.
the culture? Let's
And
do
you
it.
won't.
Let's make a good example for those people around that don't want to.
No, fine.
I say we play rock paper scissors.
I won't
to see
do
who
it
has to
then.
do it.
We can do that. Let's do it right now. Rock paper scissors between three of us. Loser.
Be-
go.
Best of one.
Best of one. Rock paper scissors.
For what?
So who has to do the TikTok? One of us has to do it. Whoever wins. Well,
Wait,
No, it's just you and me.
who? You and I?
or tiebreaker
Yeah,
for this
yeah.
week.
Oh,
I
okay.
still have to do it.
All right, ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, bitch!
All right,
Trey's
me,
doing it.
me and
Trey's
Trey
doing
still
it.
have to do it. I will do it, but
Someone's
I
gotta
still
tell me,
have
what's my
argument,
punishment?
though.
All right, well, Trey and Wyatt, we will have to do a TikTok here. We'll get it put up hopefully soon. Well, let's dive into this week, guys. Here we go. First up, because we got to get to Dale's. Panthers versus Bears. Wow, what a shitty Thursday night game.
Yeah.
I'm going
Oh.
Panthers.
God damn it, Trey. Why would you say that?
I'm going Panthers.
This is literally a toss-up, and I was really
Give
hoping.
me Panthers. I'm going to go Panthers. too.
God, boys. All right. I got to think.
I'm gonna go Panthers, and for all the haters and people that don't hear me, Panthers.
Dude,
Write it
I'm
down.
going 50-50.
Write them down.
Give me the Bears.
All right.
Hey, Wyatt said the Bears, so if the Bears lose, that means he's down one. Just making sure. Making sure.
Hey, he'll make sure he's gonna change them because I saw him changing them last
He
week.
will. He will.
All right. Colts versus Patriots. I'm going to go Colts on this next one here.
Yeah.
Where's it at?
It's in New England.
Foxborough.
It's in Foxborough, yeah.
I'm gonna take the Pats.
Damn.
Yeah, we got a shitter game here.
I'll take the Pats.
I'm gonna take this next. Oh, I'm doing Colts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was under the next, my bad.
Why do you say a shitty game? That's going to be a good fucking game. Are you just not
Shit.
respecting good football teams play?
Yeah, they're shit teams.
Got it. All right. I'm going Ravens.
It's in Baltimore. I'll take the Ravens as well.
Who do they play?
Brownies.
Can I take a
I'm
mulligan here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I felt about the Thursday night
Trey
game.
takes versus.
That's how I feel about Thursday night.
I'm gonna take. I want to take the Browns because I want the Ravens to lose because then we jump up into first if we win.
Okay, go for it then.
I'm going Browns.
All right.
Spence?
I said Ravens.
Oh, you took Ravens. All right, I bet.
All right. Next up, Steelers versus Green Bay. I got Steelers. I think their defense is gonna win you guys that game.
We're putting
I'll
up
go Green Bay.
45 with our offense.
I'll go Green Bay.
I think I'm gonna piggyback off Spence here.
All right.
Yeah, some fun shit.
I'm on your side there, Trey. Don't get used to it though. Next up, Texans versus Bengals in Cincinnati in the striped jungle. You guys see that? They're gonna have their
Oh,
fans
sweet.
black,
They did it last week.
Again?
black orange. They're gonna do it
They did it
again
last
next
week.
week.
That's
So
pretty
they're
sick.
gonna do the striped jungle against the Texans.
Give me the
look
Texans.
very hot.
At
I'm going
noon?
Bengals.
Give me the Texans.
Yeah, give me the Texans. I'm with Trey on this one.
You're going Texans too, Spence? Oh, you're going
I'm with
Bengals?
you.
All right, let's go. Saints versus Vikings. Hey! We're gonna be at that game. Let's go. Give me the Saints. Fuck the Vikings, even though I'm a big fan of Joshua Dobbs. I want to get an autograph. Just kidding.
Fuck the Saints. I'm going Vikings.
Zach even
I'm
said
with
that.
you again, Trey.
I'm wearing one of these jerseys, by the way, to the game.
Zach said he's shaving his eyebrows and his hair for this game.
That's the
Mr.
punishment.
Alopecia.
That's a punishment. Yep, I think we're gonna say it's a punishment.
Shut up, Trey.
So we're split
This-
there?
I'm going Saints. You
All
guys go Vikings on that
Yeah.
or what?
Yeah, we did.
49ers versus Jags. Tough game.
Jags.
I think I'm going to go Jags too on this one, dude.
Giving the Niners off a bye week.
I'm gonna take the Niners.
All right. Split that one too. Speak some side Excel. Give me the Titans, bro. The newfound Titans and Will Levis. I think they got over the Bucs.
Not after what I saw Baker Mayfield do. I'm taking Bucs at home.
I mean, I'm thinking Will Levis probably looked better than Baker, but
No, he did not.
All right. Next one, I'm going Cardinals against Falcons. It's in Arizona. I think Kyler Murray's going to come back.
Yes, he is.
Too.
He's off the pup list.
And
Kyler Murray. Never know, man.
and James Conner.
This guy's going to be a stud.
Is he back?
Yeah, he said he was fully healthy. He just got. It says he's still on IR.
Hey, give me the Cardinals then.
Yeah.
I don't want to take the Falcons, but I think that missing Drake London last week kind of dampened them. But I don't know. I'll just take the Falcons for this 1 week.
Okay.
I like the Cardinals there, Zach. What about you?
I'm taking
I
Cardinals.
like the Cardinals too. I'm picking Cardinals on this one.
Yeah.
And this is how I'm 16 above.
Shut the fuck up, dude. No, you're not.
16. That's a literal whole week.
Literally. It was an entire week ahead of
There's only 14 games this week.
Yeah, he ain't. There's no way, bro.
We've all been averaging.
See, this is why. This is why I have my argument.
Can we keep going?
Yeah, let's finish it. Lions versus Chargers. Give me Lions.
Lions. Actually, no. Yeah, Lions.
Yeah, give me the Lions on the road.
Next, Giants versus
Do we need to talk about?
Cowboys. I feel like are going to destroy them, in my opinion. Again. By 40. Commanders versus Seahawks. I was going to go to this game earlier this year, and then I didn't. But now I'm glad I'm not, because I would be a fucking nervous wreck if I was at this game. Give me the Seahawks. But boy, oh boy, do I hope we beat them, man. I'm not confident, though.
Me Seahawks.
I'm taking the hometown. Me. I guess we're not at home.
That's also why we won.
I should say
the podcast together, because we're playing each other this week in the actual NFL games.
Yeah.
That's our first one this season. We're one of our teams to play each other too. I think.
I think the Redskins and Saints played.
No,
we don't play. We don't play Seahawks. We don't play Steelers, and we don't play Commanders.
We play you guys later this season, Trey.
Yeah, like week 16.
Would you say they?
I think you play. You're the only team that actually plays us twice. Because I don't play the Steelers.
You play you guys twice?
No. Like you just play one of our teams twice.
Oh yeah. So I guess Seahawks. Cool.
Where's this game at?
It's in Seattle.
We're in the navies and the gray bottoms. In case you asked.
I did.
Just going Commanders, baby.
We got Jets.
I'm a homer.
We got Jets and Raiders. Kind of a tough one. I think I'm going to go Jets because of their defense, and I think their offense can make it work.
I'll take Jets.
Yep, Jets.
Should we do it? Trey? Should we emote?
Please not. Please don't. For 1 week, please don't do that. I'm going to go on a limb. Give me the fucking
Bills.
Broncos. Give me the Broncos
Bills.
in this game.
It's prime.
I'm going Bills.
I'm thinking high scoring.
Dude, it's prime time though.
42 points putting up.
40.
Ah,
Why do you always copy me, Zach?
I don't copy you.
I put 42 down for the pass.
How can I copy you? How can I copy when I go first? You're a follower, bro.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the Bills.
Spencer's
here,
this, Spencer's that, Spencer's this.
They need a bounce back win.
Spencer's you, bro. What is
Every
that?
single time you guys are like, I'm going to go 38 points. I'm going to go 48 points. And I'm like, 42.
Yeah, 42 sounds good.
Zach's like, you know what? I'm going to take 42, and Spencer's copying me.
Bullshit. All right, I'm locking them in, guys. We'll see what happens on Sunday. And, hey, that concludes this week's episode of Turf Talks, guys. I appreciate it. You guys all listening. Obviously, you guys are, keeping the show alive. We enjoy making these every single week. We'll keep them coming. We'll keep the TikToks coming as well.
Hey,
link in the bio.
by the way, we did not discuss this at the beginning. New intro. How do you boys like it? Let us know.
Let us know how you liked it. Obviously, we never saw it by this point already for a while ago. Trying to mix it up.
And then let us know what for next week. We'll do a top 5 or maybe top 3 or whatever. We'll do our
I like another top 5.
Yeah, we can do our greatest. Let us know what we should do.
Yeah.
Give us
It
a
can be-
good
it can be
idea
any-
for our all-time those. We're missing those.
Maybe we do like we don't even have to go like positions. We can go like favorite, like what Zach was saying, the jerseys. We can do like the favorite jerseys of NFL all time.
I like those. I like
That's
that
smart.
idea too. I like that
Fair
too.
enough.
Well, let us know in the comment section below. Appreciate you guys. All the love. We'll see you guys in the next one. And peace.